emotional is Saturday going to be for you in watching your seniors play their final game at Bradley Center?
I don't know. I don't know how I'll handle it. I'm glad that we get to keep playing. I know it'll be the last game in the Bradley Center. But my relationship with them is much deeper than just playing a home game, and it's a relationship that'll last forever. So relative to coach and them still having eligibility to play, I want it to last as long as it can, and I'll try to handle it the best way I can.
Do you think any of your seniors will be crying after the game, shedding some tears?
Probably. They'll probably go as I go. So that's why I want to make sure I handle it the right way. Glad that it's after the game, not before the game. I think that's draining to me, and I would say it's draining to them as well. So.
Do you think resilient would be a good word to describe the three seniors when you take into account everything that's transpired over their 4 years here in terms of, Czar going through the clearinghouse, Coach Green leaving, you being hired, Kubi with the shoulders, Maurice going through what he went through. Do you think resilient is a good word?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think there's a lot of adjectives that you could use to describe their resiliency. All of them have a little bit of a different story, but their story in the end is all the same relative to their character and who they are. And Czar's the only one that's really been a player the whole time that he's been here, and so Kubi and Mo have a little bit more knowledge of what it's like to sit on the bench, and I don't know that changes their appreciation level for what they're going through right now, but I think that it makes the bond between those three that much stronger.
You sound a little bit better than you sounded.
Yeah, I feel better.
Yeah.
I feel better. Like I said after the game, Brad, I know I come across as all shucks, and not to sound wrong, but that's mostly on purpose. But within having said that, I am an emotional person and fueled by passion, and when that's out, I'm out. And so it's been good to have a day and a half off, to not have to play a game and to not have a practice. So, and I think our guys needed that. They'll be excited to go back to work. 36 hours is enough.
When you were out at Seton Hall, you talked about, you knew Jeremy Nizal was going to play even though, he didn't come out and warm up and everything. You take the same tack with a guy like Aaron Godey, although he's got he has sat out the past number of games.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're a completely different team without Aaron Godey. They've won 3 out of their last 5, and of the 2 that they lost, they've lost them by a combined 3 points. One of those 2 was in double overtime. I think they're playing at a very, very high level. I don't foresee him playing, but we'll also be prepared if he does play.
How do they change when he's not on the floor?
Well, there's about 22 shots to disperse. I would say that's the most glaring thing. It has shortened their rotation, but within the minutes he was playing, those minutes are dispersed as well. I think that they're doing a great job defensively. I think they're playing ball control football as well as any BCS team in the country. They're number 1 in offensive efficiency, and I think that's hard to do when you lose the leading scorer in the best league in the country. And so it says a lot about the kids that have been playing, and it says a lot about Coach Bray. I mean, 2 out of the last 3 years he's been Coach of the Year. So I think they've done an outstanding job.
You guys had such a great February. How does that carry over into March? I mean, now this is when...
Well, I don't think we lost in February, did we?
I don't know. You kept winning. That's all I remember.
We lost against Pitt. I guess if you could lose 1 game a month, you'd be pretty good. You'd be among the nation's elite. Glad that March has started out good for us. That was a big win on Tuesday, and Saturday will be even bigger. Maybe not as many implications involved. There are as many implications for them. But in a lot of ways, we just need to continue to improve. And I think that when you get to this time of the year, the teams that maybe that have been playing well all year long, you just kind of take them somewhat for granted. But the teams that have struggled and that have kind of found themselves and that are continuing to progress, that's what you want to keep happening. You want to just keep finding ways to get just a little bit better, because you don't know how much longer you'll be able to play. And so as you continue to practice and as you continue to prepare to play, you want to make sure that you're improving.